In a quiet village by the river, there lived a humble monk named Master Guy. He owned nothing but his simple robe, a wooden staff, and a small hut where he meditated each morning before the sun rose. His life was as simple as the flowing river, calm, steady, and without resistance. He spoke little, for he believed that wisdom was not in words, but in understanding. Master Guy followed the way of silence, a path where patience was strength and stillness was knowledge. He taught by example, showing that answers often revealed themselves in quiet moments, not in endless arguments. One day, a restless young boy named Loma approached him, frustration in his eyes. "Master," he asked, "why do you never argue? Why don't you prove people wrong when they challenge you?" Master Guy did not answer immediately. Instead, he smiled gently and gestured for Loma to follow him. Without another word, they set off toward the river, where nature itself would reveal the answer. After an hour of silent walking, they reached the riverbank. The water was dark and still. A monstrous crocodile lay half-submerged near the edge, its scaly body blending with the mud. Its cold, unblinking eyes watched the water intently, as if waiting for something. Loma shuddered. "Master, why have we come here?" Master Guy simply pointed at the crocodile. "This creature has survived in these waters for years. Do you know why?" Loma shook his head, still keeping his distance. "It does not waste its energy in mindless movements," the monk explained. "It waits, it watches, it remains silent, and when the time is right, it acts." At that moment, as if on cue, the crocodile, silent as a shadow, lunged from the water, its powerful jaws snapping around an unsuspecting deer that had come to drink. The water erupted in chaos, then just as quickly settled into eerie stillness. His heart pounding, Loma turned to the monk, his voice barely above a whisper. "But what does this have to do with silence?" The monk's eyes remained calm. "Words, like movements, can be dangerous when used without purpose. The wise do not speak to prove a point, they speak when it is necessary. Silence is not weakness, it is power. Like the crocodile, a wise man does not waste energy on useless arguments. He observes, understands, and acts only when the time is right." Loma stood there, deep in thought. The image of the silent predator burned into his mind. He realized that sometimes the most powerful response was not words, but silence. Master Guy noticed Loma's curiosity and continued. "Silence is not just the absence of speech, it is a discipline. If you wish to master it, you must practice it in daily life. Try following these simple steps. Step 1. Pause before you speak. Before responding to someone, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this necessary? Will my words bring wisdom or just noise? Step 2. Observe more, react less. Like the crocodile in the river, train yourself to watch and listen first. Most problems solve themselves without interference. Step 3. Let silence speak for you. Not every insult, challenge, or question needs an answer. Sometimes, the absence of response is the greatest response. Step 4. Use words sparingly and wisely. When you do speak, let your words be few but meaningful. Just as a single drop of water can create ripples, one wise word can have great impact. Step 5. Find moments of quiet. Make time for silence each day. Sit by the river, walk alone, or simply close your eyes and listen to the world. In that quiet, you will hear your own wisdom. Loma listened intently, nodding with understanding. From that day on, he practiced the art of silence, learning when to speak and when to remain still. As he grew, so did his wisdom, for he had learned the greatest lesson of all. Silence is not the absence of thought, but the presence of understanding.